Welcome to ComSpark. Today we are in Cincinnati, Ohio. My name is Michael Sutter, and I'll be your guest host today. I would like to welcome our guest, Brent Bruggeman, the CIO of Standard Textile. So Brent, tell me, what is the most satisfying accomplishment in your career?
Well, really for me, it's all about leading large-scale business transformation that delivers value even before the technology is fully implemented. That's really what I enjoy. That's what I've enjoyed the most throughout my career.
As an IT leader in your company, how do you work with leadership from other functional areas to collaborate and move business projects forward?
Well, we're always talking about business value. I'm not one to just spend money because there's a cool new technology, the bright shiny object. There has to be a meaningful business payback. We continually look for ways to improve business processes and use the technology to cement those improvements in place.
How do you improve business processes?
Well, it's a combination of things, but I always like to use a quick phrase that's eliminate, simplify, automate. So really, look for ways to streamline the process, get rid of non-value added activities, and then layer the technology under it to make it really cook.
Okay, thank you for answering. How would you describe your organization's cloud strategy?
Well, I describe it as cloud first. So anytime a new initiative comes up that is or could be technology enabled, we always scan the market to see what's available in a software as a service solution. So we're primarily headed down that path. We're also pretty quickly migrating our data center loads into the cloud. So we've really been moving that along as well.
Do you have some challenges with moving your loads into the cloud?
Well, we do have a lot of custom developed legacy systems, so a lot of it has been around optimizing performance as we move particularly some of our data warehouses into the cloud. That's really been the challenge is loading the data and then accessing the data at speed.
So do you also have a plan to train employees, or what's your plan look like when you train employees to implement that or to use that?
Yeah, so all of our implementations include a large change management component. The last step of which, probably not the last step, the second to last step of which is end user training. Mm-hmm. So we really do build training into all of our implementation initiatives.
Okay, that's awesome. Has this, going back to data analytics, okay. Has this issue surfaced in an important initiative for the business cycle?
Yeah, it actually has and is becoming central to most of our business and technology initiatives. The organization is beginning to understand that master data is really the foundation for understanding our customers, our products, our prospects, and our operations. And without a solid foundation of good, clean master data, we might as well start talking about analytics at that point. You got to make sure that the basics are in place first.
How many on your team?
I've got 32 people on my team.
So how do you decide what to divvy out to them to figure out as far as data analytics and where that goes? And
well, it's really based on skill set, but we have a couple different components of my organization that come into all three components of my organization come into play. One is my business relationship management team. They're actually out working with the business to really understand which business units and which functions want to go in new directions or take on new opportunities. Okay. And that's really, they're sort of our demand funnel into the delivery part of the IT organization, which are our enterprise applications and infrastructure teams.
Okay. Appreciate the information. Have there been challenges making use of that information?
Yeah, so I alluded to it earlier that really making sure that there's a good solid foundation of master data in place. Ours has evolved and grown so much over the years that it requires continuous advancements in data engineering, data standardization, and data optimization. Stepping back and engineering our data and hierarchies will be a critical component for any of our upcoming analytics initiatives.
So also, how would you also advise other IT executives regarding data strategies
Well, I'm going to sound like I'm beating a dead horse here, but you really need to understand your data and the quality of it. It's just basic blocking and tackling, but I think so many people want to get ahead of that before they say, wait a minute, what is the status of my data? And the strategy has got to include cleansing, maintaining, and governing that master data. Otherwise, there's no cake to put the icing on.
Doesn't everybody say they have to understand their data?
That's true, but I mean at a nuts and bolts level. How good is it? How bad is it? Where is it bad if it is bad? And really understanding and putting a plan in place once you got your overarching strategy there to get it to a point where it's clean enough that the business can rely on it to make decisions.
In your background, where did you learn to put all this together as far as...
Well, I'm an engineer by training, but I spent 25 years in consulting, and really I learned those lessons the hard way without focusing on data early on several projects and finding ourselves in a big hole partway through the project and really having to apply all our energies to get that data cleaned up and transformed and into whatever new technology we're putting in, whether it's an ERP system, a CRM system, or in a data warehouse to stick an analytics engine on top of.
Thank you. Any other big picture things that Standard Textile is going after?
Well, our company is always about innovation. We're looking at all kinds of things across all parts of our business, whether it's innovation in product development or it's Internet of Things in our plants. We're really looking at, we are trying to take advantage of every technology we can.
Brent, thank you for being on the show. I really appreciate your time and coming down today.
It's good to be here.
I would like to thank Brent for joining us today, and for those listening to the interview, to learn more, go to ComSpark.tech.